this is not to make fun of a person. This person is making fun of us. I mean, that's what people don't seem to really appreciate here. This person is rubbing other people's tolerance in their face. This person is mocking other people's good faith tolerance. I thought the joke was a gag. Hold on, I've lost my window here. I thought the joke was a gag. I thought the story was a gag. I thought this was Eric Andre or an Eric Andre type character, Sacha Baron Cohen, whatever, doing a bit, doing a shtick, just to see if people are actually going to, if the world has gone so crazy that this individual who, seems to be a transitioning teacher, wore this to school. It was a test. It was a social experiment. It was a prank, bro. From the Daily Mail, Canadian high school defends transgender teacher who wore enormous prosthetic breasts underneath tight t-shirt to class. Controversial thing. I have trans individuals, no issue whatsoever, full stop. None. I don't care about people's sexuality in the best possible way. It's their choice. Consenting adults do as they want with each other, with their own bodies, period. I don't care. It's not my thing. That's fine. There's plenty of things that I do that are not other people's things. I don't care. I don't care if someone's trans identity any more than I care about them fishing, unless it's, oh, I fish too, let's go fishing. For discussion, for understanding a person, it's very relevant to understanding a person. Beyond that, it's the person's life, it's the person's choice. Whatever they decide to do with their body and what they decide to do among consenting adults is up to them only. This person is dressing like this while teaching, and I think it's a high school. This is not gender expression in my humble view. This is gender mockery. Once upon a time, dressing in fat suits was called fat shaming. Like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. People took moral issue with that. Shallow Hal, when Gwyneth Paltrow dressed up in a fat suit, people took issue with that. Dressing up in a fat suit for Halloween, people take issue with that because that they see as fat shaming, mockery. For some reason, wearing prosthetic breasts these are bigger than basketballs. I think these are bigger than basketballs. With nipples that are so erect, if this person bumps up against a brick wall, the nipples are going to pop through the shirt. Wearing ridiculously gigantic, oversized breasts with ridiculously oversized, erect nipples. Somehow this is not mockery. Somehow this is an expression of gender identity. And by the way, I think it's gender mockery and not gender expression. But let's just even assume it's gender expression. There's a reason why you can't protest at work. There's a reason why you want to have artistic expression. You want to have freedom of speech. You don't get to exercise that totally and freely at work. Whatever gender expression you want to express on your own spare time, first of all, not necessarily even in the presence of children. You want to engage in certain activity. That's all up to you, and that's all on you. Engaging in it in front of children. If this were a movie, this would be PG-13. This image. It's in fact so adult that YouTube takes issue with it and flags it, according to Tim Pool, and I have no doubt that he's telling the truth, as adult content. Let's read. Kayla Lemia, a teacher in Ontario, Canada, began her transition a year ago. The school has defended her and said they want the site to be safe for all. How about what some might say safe for the children? And I don't mean safe as in I'm not accusing this individual of overt acts of violence or other. Psychological, spiritual. How about a kid who says, I don't want to see massive prosthetic boobs when I go to school? I don't want to see it. Hey, let's flip the script a little bit. Let's say that this is a transitioning female to male, and that person shows up to school in skin-tight jeans with a massive dildo in their skin-tight jeans, so tight you could see the veins on the massive prosthetic dildo. You could see the head. You could see the mushroom. You could see all of it. I'm just curious. What would people say if they say a 14-year-old girl has to see that? Oh, is a prosthetic dildo, a prosthetic penis, somehow not a legitimate form of gender expression if we're going by this, as this massive set of prosthetic boobs with firm, erect nipples? How about it being safe for all, including the children, to not feel uncomfortable by seeing hypersexualized, massive prosthetic breasts? Have we asked that question? A Canadian high school teacher has sparked controversy after pictures emerged of her wearing large breast prosthetics while teaching students. It has to be a gag. The punchline of this story is it has to be a gag. It has to be a gag where Lemieux is going to say, I cannot believe the school took the bait. That's what the punchline has to be. A manufacturing teacher, a manufacturing technology teacher. I would be very careful working a buzzsaw with those massive, ridiculous, gigantic prosthetic breasts. I mean, it's like if someone had 12-inch fingernails, I wouldn't expect them to be teaching piano. At Oakville Trafalgar High School in Ontario has been pictured online taking classes while wearing the huge prosthetics, which stretch her clothing and stick out prominently. In response, the high school has doubled down and defended their employee, writing to parents and explaining why they support Lemieux's gender expression. In a statement to parents, the school has said, as a school within the Halton District School Board, Oakville Trafalgar High School recognizes the rights of students. Oh, do you? I would pull my students immediately. I would pull my kids if they were there immediately. Staff, parents, guardians, and community members to equitable treatment without discrimination based upon gender identity and gender expression. This is not gender expression. This is gender mockery. Period. Gender expression. Oh my! It has to be a double, triple gag. The school has to be in on it. We strive to promote a positive learning environment in schools consistent with the values of the HDSB and to ensure a safe and inclusive environment for all students, staff, and community. Did I not just read this? Regardless of race, age. So you don't want to protect the children who might be young and maybe shouldn't be exposed to massive prosthetic breasts. Sex, gender identity, gender expression, sexual orientation, ethnicity, race, religion, circumstances, or body type size. How about people who might feel that this is making fun of them? I haven't seen this. Is there audio to this? I can't believe what I'm looking at. No, and somehow if you find this morally shocking, you're the bigot. You think this is not a distraction to students who are there to study? I'm fairly certain. I couldn't verify for certain, but I thought that this school also has a dress code. What are we looking at? We're looking at the responses. I thought that this high school actually had a uniform. I might be wrong on that. It's a world where tolerance is rubbed in your face, and gender expression. This is gender expression during work hours in that form. I don't know who genuinely believes that this is a genuine form of gender expression. Let me see what the chat is saying in the rumbles. I just pray the school is trolling to show the shit they've been asked to teach. See, that's Joker 76. That's the 4D level. The school says, yeah, we support this. And then people say, this is ridiculous. We'll say, well, you know what? In reality, it was a troll, but this is what we're being asked to tolerate. Imagine, by the way, from the employee's perspective, we've been demonetized. Doesn't matter. Imagine from the employee's perspective, from the teacher's perspective, I don't know. They'll file a grievance if they say, sorry, you cannot wear basketball-sized prosthetic breasts with massive erect nipples to class. You just can't do it. Complaint. Labor code violation. Imagine if that's what the school is actually facing behind closed doors. No, it's gender expression. And if you don't want your kids looking at that, you're a bigot. Well, we'll see. There seems to be some pushback. But you know, the most relevant affected people are the students at that school and the teachers and the parents of those students. See what happens. But it's thus far, people, despite my initial reactions, it's not a troll. The individual is not claiming it's a troll. The individual is claiming it's legit, sincere, bona fide gender expression. And the school, thus far, not saying it's a troll or a double fakey, 4D level chess game. They back them. And it's social media that is saying, what the hell is going on? And this seems like it's an egregious mockery of the tolerance of a tolerant and loving society.